Welcome to the channel, boys. I want to start by saying I thanks and appreciate every single one of you who subscribe, like, and comment. I thank you for your support.
Yeah, it's freezing here today, man. I've got my Milwaukee on. And I'm excited to see where this engine circle kit and suspension stuff goes. We're gonna hang out with you. And wait till everyone gets in here. We're gonna officially start at 1 p.m. sharp. Let's see some states in here. I see my boy Texas in here. I see Jersey in here. Let's comment some states. Let's smash that like button. Yeah, let's get some interaction. Got my book ready. Missouri, Connecticut, Arizona, Florida, Mass, Virginia, Texas, Washington, Jersey, Maine, Missouri, Kansas. Open this up and pick out the first ticket. Seb, you let me know when the comments are flooded with thumbs. I'll open up the drawer.
Alright, boys. It's been a struggle, but we managed. This line over here that we managed to fish through with the coat hanger. Now we're gonna pass it through the back, put it to our T and our bull gauge band. It will be already final. No more vacuum lines to work with. Now it's a matter of just getting the electrical done, and that should be done. But this is the way how to route a vacuum line. Get it long enough, get a hanger, and get a spot where you can fish it through. Pause. Alright, that boost gauge line is finished. It's been fed through the firewall much as I need it. Pretty well tucked, nice and tidy. This is done over here in the engine bay as far as vacuum lines. Moving on into the inside. Alright, I done pulled it through. I'm gonna give it some slack that we could put it with the gauge cloth spot that take on and off if I need to work in there, but that's pretty much how you fish it through. It's a little bit nightmare, you know. It's about a day's work. About the time you fish it through, you know, half day maybe, depending on weather and the willing of doing it. But this is already through the front routed, so right there is in the spot that I need it. Gonna give it some slack, like probably right here be perfect. I don't want to push too much, so maybe like right there, so it'll go back in place. But I think we're gonna put the gauge back place thing first, and then put the vacuum line. Alright boys, vacuum line to the bull gauge is already installed. I just got the 12 volt, already got the ground there to pass up. I'm gonna do that another day. Today's mission was just to pass that vacuum line through the firewall. As you already seen, you gotta take all that off and actually hook it up to the gauge. Whole turbo kit is already installed. I just got the drain line, the feed line next to install with the sandwich plate, and that's it. Put in oil, prime the turbo, and time for a startup. But not too bad. Got this out of the way. That vacuum line was driving me nuts for a little bit. The inside looking a little cleaner. Got rid of the horn. We got rid of the toggle switch, which was for the 2000 fog lights. We're not using that. We got a new bumper, so less wiring that we have to do. But this is already set, started with the gauge vacuum line. Not too bad. From what we're looking like. Everything done set. That's that vacuum line. It's already finished, as you have seen. It's already run through the gauge properly. Every other line over here from the blow off valve over there is done. From the waste gate, from the air pipe alternative valve that we installed there. So everything is set. We got the bolt control in place, ready to go. The downpipe slash hood sauce now is money. I cover it with plastic, even though I got plastic over here, so if any event of water, you know, it doesn't get anything in here. But everything looking money. Delete place already tied up in place. So stupid ass shit we gotta do left is the drain line and the feed line coming up, along with the sandwich plate for the oil filter. That's it. Once we drop that pan, new gasket, new oil, prime the primer, and give it a go. Front bumper's already set. Done trimmed it to fit the intercooler. Does not hit. We don't got no issues. Piping is tied up accordingly. I got the clearance that I need on the bumper, so everything looking money. The hood exhaust plate, you already seen that, too bad for custom. Plate last minute thing, simply using an air filter. I didn't want to have all that big metal and 100 rivets all over the place like most times we do. Been there, done that, so a little cleaner. But things are looking alright. It's getting there. Time to put in the work. Enough watching TV. Not put in the work. If I would have waited till the summer, it was gonna pile up a slash the work with the CRX, slash with the RX-7, slash with the EG track build. So I'm trying to get ahead of time, knock everything down, so that way this car is finished, it's done. I don't have nothing to do. I can move on with the CRX. We'll be working on the RX-7. The EG hatch, of course, is like 94% done. So what else can I ask? Just money-wise sucks, but you do what you can. Not everything is with money. You just put in the time and be self-motivated, keep motivated. Things looking all right, boys. Got the new struts for the manifold head, all tied up, brand new. B-vent tied up. So down pipe brand new, all the piping in place. Again, that T is brand new, tied up in place, so everything is money. Radiator, we trimmed it. As you guys see, the fan cover, so we had the clearance, and it didn't touch the up pipe, if you want to call it up pipe at all. So I don't have to worry about fucking melting and overheating or heating the water on the fucking radiator any extra. So it's gonna have plenty of fucking air duction, air coming through here to cool it down. And the fan inside, when it blows, is not gonna let it any get hot or crazy. It's gonna interfere with the freaking radiator. But you guys seen it. That's a smart move. But everything is tied up here. Not much I could do, boys. Once we do that drain and feet line, the sandwich plate, it's done. Of course, with the new oil pan and gasket, OEM of 1. And yeah, pump some new oil and give it a go. But things is looking money. And too bad we get in there. You guys seen? Always activated. Taking whatever little advantage of the weather. Fucking snow sucks, but can you do? We'll see what we could do. But for today, I will supply. Sort of wanna debating if I should take out the BMX from the EG hatch and throw them in the back. If that be asking a little too much, or just leave all the GSR blades all around and a little sleeper mode. We'll see next time what we do. Again, snow fucking sucks, so even if I wanted to do that shit right now, kind of sucks to put in a jack in there. Alright, boys, we get into the end of the video. Being this my birthday, with your boy over here celebrating, we can't not show the woodbury and some of the progress for some of you that are new in the channel. This is my woodbury hatch, 92 SI first gen, K24, all motor, the woodbury. Done a lot of work myself. From the engine swap, I put it in. We painted the motor. All new bolt-ons. Whole fiberglass front end. Jade composite. I got a BIA's carbon fiber hood that I got off Facebook Marketplace. I got HF wheels in the front, BMS in the back, skinny. I got the 13x9 for the front. I gotta get tires. The inside should looking good. TSX shifter, TSX wiring, of course transmission. Got a 5-gallon fuel cell. I just literally gotta run my fuel lines next. New axles, brakes, and finish my push button paneling situation over there so we could turn on and off the car. But the wheel bearing is coming soon. Figure I get the motivation from the Black Widow EK Civic and put the energy back in the wheel bearing coming up. Now that we got the turbo built finished, we definitely got to finish the old motor. But yeah, how things is looking like. I didn't want to end the video without showing the wheel bearing hash today. Alright boys, it's gonna be a wrap. You know, as you guys seen, I run that line to the firewall. That's the best way to vacuum the line through the firewall. If you guys want to say with a hanger, takes a little bit of work, but that's why I chose to do that separate rather than on the videos that was doing a whole bunch of lines and do too much for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Got the downpipe cover. This is pretty much gonna cover for today's date. Trying to close the hood. Show has come to an ending. Alright, but this is gonna be a wrap. I'm gonna thanks and I appreciate every single one of you has subscribed, like, and comment. I'm gonna thank you for your support, staying tuned, and like always, till next time, peace.